Man, Uzi should just keep on doing this. I saw this on the Twitter community subreddit for Uzi, and this dude posted. And Uzi dropped more on YouTube. He could test new sounds and all that. See how the audience responds instead of basing a whole album around it and starting over a bunch. And yeah, I totally agree with that because like the song NFL was just super fire, man. Like honestly, after the first two listens, maybe the first five listens, I was like, I wasn't really feeling it. Maybe because I was just like listening to it like on my phone without headphones on, and I'm like a huge Uzi stan, and I was just like, oh man, I don't really like the way they mix the vocals. But then like maybe like a day later, like you know how I'm like a Uzi stan, like I said, I just like listen to it like around 10 to 15 times, and it just started clicking with me, and it's like very like synthy Yeet Uno the activist kind of type beat, and I was like, yo, this is kind of hard, and the video editing, as you see, is just so damn crisp, and the edits are clean as fuck, and just look super dope. But Uzi is just like, he just looks dope as fuck, you know what I mean? So like, I definitely agree with what he says. Just like Uzi just like flooded just on YouTube, kind of like what a young boy does or young boy used to do. He just like dropped a bunch of just random tracks like Heard of Me 3 weeks ago, Testimony. He dropped a random song with Alex McConan, uh, Need to Know, and then Youngboy just did that so many times. Maybe not to the extent of what Youngboy does and just drop like ten projects a year, but just like random videos, you know, like even like High Haters and stuff like that. You know, just flood on YouTube, you know what I mean? Just kind of test the waters, kind of how like Extra Tour Life blew up. Like Extra Tour Life blew up just because of you know like Love is Rage 1.5, right? Right before Love is Rage 2, just to test the waters. He should just start testing the waters again, and I think that'd just be perfect for Uzi because NFL is like a song that he's never really dropped before. Like, sure, he has some leaks and shit like that where he's just kind of testing the waters, and that's probably the reason why I just love Little Uzi Vert leaks. So, like, there's been like about 60 or 70 Uzi Vert leaks for, like throughout the years that just recently leaked, and I'm just like, man, like it's just super dope just hearing him experiment with different sounds and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like he should just drop it himself and just not overthink it. If he thinks that's like a vibe, just fucking drop it. Like I know he was supposed to drop Rock Boy, which was gonna be potentially a single for Barter 16, which I did hear get scrapped, but Uzi still hasn't taken it out of his Oh, I guess he has taken it out of his bio. So like it could be a single for Red Moon, which seems like it could be an EP Uzi singing about dropping, or it could be the single Rock Boy, which has been getting a lot of love all over the Uzi Twitter community and even the social media in general. So it's like, man, like Uzi just flood the market, man. Just experiment the sounds how you want, and just see what the people like. Because I know you can do so many different styles right now. Like if you let's just go to the Pink Tape right now. My only problem with the Pink Tape is just like so many different sounds, and it's not the type of project you can just like sit down and listen to it all the way through. He pulled a Destroy Lonely with 26 tracks, like Flooded the Face, Super Fire, Suicide Doors, Hot Take. It just feels like a Disney version of him trying to do Lifeless Garments. You know what I mean? I don't really like it that much. It's hard, but I just don't really like it. And then A was obviously like the humongous snippet that we've all been waiting for. Pretty mid song in my opinion. Like it still goes hard on the whip and shit like that. Crush 'em is one of my favorite. Amped Up goes hard. X2 is pretty hard. Died and Came Back is pretty good. Spin Again. I still have it in my playlist in rotation, but it's kind of a mid song. I don't know. It's like whenever I show it with my homies and shit, I don't really fuck with it. Like I kind of fuck with it. Like it's like I'll skip it sometimes. That Fire goes hard. I gotta Endless Fashion dope. Mama I'm Sorry dope. All Alone dope. But it's just like if you would have just kept the I'm not gonna say Flooded the Face because Flooded the Face was recorded in the Love Is Rage 2 era in 2017. But if you would have just kept the sound of Crush 'em X2 died and came back in endless fashion. And Mom, I'm sorry. I think it would have been and probably Fire Alarm too. That would have been a fire project. Like songs that don't really fit the vibe of what it should have been. As Days Come and Go, Rehab, The End, and I'm not gonna count the bonuses. Obviously, Werewolf. Like if it just would have just kept like a certain sound, I think it would have been way more enjoyable. Like he easily could have just casually dropped on YouTube Suicide Doors, um, Spin Again, That Fire, Amped Up. Like I love all of those songs, but if we just like flooded and just kind of tested the waters, he could have just went in one direction. You know what I mean? Like even like Chop Suey cover, like it's just like super weird. Like it's just all over the place. Don't get me wrong, I love Pluto the Mars. It's one of my favorite snippets of all time, and I'm glad it dropped. But it just like it's just too all over the place. And I had like the bonuses with Zoom, Go to Track, of course, Go to Track, and Sade. I liked a lot too, but it's just like too all over the place to really like listen to it in one sitting, unless it's like the first listen. So it's just kind of, oh, I don't even know, man. Like I will rotate the songs that I like on the pink tape on my playlist, but like I just can't listen to it all the way through. And don't get me wrong, like I said before, there's so many songs in here that are like tens. It's just like I just want them to stick to like one sound and make a cohesive, sonically project. It doesn't have to be like cohesively like topic wise and lyric wise, but just like a consistent sound would be super dope. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like easily a lot of these songs he could have just dropped on YouTube or SoundCloud and just kind of tested the waters just to like have them out. You know what I mean? Because another pink tape shouldn't have sounded like it did. And don't get me wrong, it's still like one of my favorite projects this year, but since I am Uzi Stan, I can just really dissect on what the fuck I fuck with the project. But I guess Red Moon is coming soon. It's gonna be next coming Friday. I believe either be Rock Boy or Barter 16 or Red Moon. It's gonna be one of those three. I know he's definitely dropping, because if you look at the Red Moon right here, the Red Moon is on October 27th, I believe. Like the actual Red Moon, like in the sky and the spaceship. You know what I mean? So like, I know he's dropping soon, because he does have enough music. Like he has a full catalog of songs for Barter 16, but it could just be switched up to Red Moon with some of the Red Moon tracks, which is probably going to be like more melodic and experimental, kind of like NFL. And he may keep some of the Barter 16 songs, like R.I.P. Miss Connie, which I have in rotation just heavily. Like I literally just like fucking downloaded that shit. Like I downloaded it from SoundCloud, all the leaks, and just put it on my playlist on Apple Music. Because I'm on about to go over 2 different streaming platforms, and there's a bunch of ads on SoundCloud, so I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna just like organize it the way that it needs to be organized and listen to it that way on Apple Music. But yeah, I think Uzi's dropping soon. He definitely is. So we'll see what's gonna happen.